Hello and welcome to Locator Gaming. Today I'm going to do something that I have been waiting for quite a while to do. I had ordered a bunch of Too Many Bones products along with the Cloudspire Kickstarter, and it has finally arrived. And it took me a couple of days to get it all packed into the trove chest. And now I have got out in front of me here some stuff from the core set. So I'm going to start with just the core set. And I have not played this game before. This is going to be kind of one of the videos that I've done on my channel before where I'm learning to play the game. And I'm looking forward to hopefully having some experienced players, give me notes on things that I missed down in the comments below. And also give me notes on strategy stuff on this particular gear lock. And let me know what gear locks you'd also think I should be playing next against which tyrants. I don't recall seeing any suggestion for like a first tyrant to go against. So I'm going to play against Drellin. I don't know if he's good or not, but he's only a 2-dot game length. You only need 6 progress points and you've got 10 days to beat him. So you've got 4 days that you can screw up on or not succeed on and still be able to go against him. He does have some poison stuff that he does, and he's got guys in his baddie list that do poison, so maybe that's not the best thing to go against at first. I have no idea. So I think we can start. I want to read his text. Ages ago, Drellin was banished from Obendar to the poisoned marshes for reasons no one can or is willing to recall. Instead of perishing, however, Drellin remains alive. Face twisted and scarred from extended time in the swamps, he is but skin and bones, yet somehow he thrives in the bog. So he has 6 progress points, which I have put his chip in this. It's kind of hard to see, but there is like a little circle here. So we'll go on this path for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 to face him. And it's got some instructions on the back. Which you should go over, I guess, when you know the game. I don't know the game, though, but to help you maybe learn what you should be going for as far as your skills and stuff go. So I think I will be going for health and things to cure health because he has poison. He's going to have guys that do poison. However, so like in a 1 to 2 player party, because I'm going to go solo, you put 2 1-point bog type baddies out. But then the baddie queue on a party of 1, you ignore it. So I don't think he's going to have any other. Let's see, Bog Ruler. If any Bog type baddies are on the battle mat, Drellin cannot lose hit points. Poison has no effect on Drellin. Yeah, so you have to take off the Bog type baddies, which means you start with 2 1-point Bog type baddies. So you got to take care of both of those guys before you can take out Drellin. But normally, if I recall correctly, in a tyrant fight, you just have to defeat the tyrant. So I've got his tyrant encounter card here. I've got the deck of encounter cards here. And in setup, it says you are supposed to take the number of days minus 3. So our number of days was 10. So we need to draw out 7 cards from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The rest we'll just throw over there. Then you're supposed to shuffle the tyrant card or cards if there's more than one, but he's only got 1. Let's put that in there. I've also got my cover card here. So I'm trying to try not to look. I'm going to look up and away. And then fumble around for the cover card. To cover. And I will put that in my business card holder. Then I've got special encounter 1, 2, and 3 for days 1, 2, and 3 that go on front of it. And then these are the baddie chips, the 1, 5, and 20 in the green, yellow, and purple types. It's Bog, and I don't know what the other 2 are. Beast is the purple one, and Goblin is the yellowish one. So let's mix the 1-point baddies up. And this is where playing poker. come in handy. We can shuffle some of these. I don't know if I can get this whole stack because these don't shuffle as easily. No. The edges are not quite as round as normal poker chips, but I think that's enough. We'll just cut it there. And then it will go into our tray for 1 point baddies there. 5 point baddies. I gotta say, there is something that's just fun so far about, I mean, just the feel of these chips. It's the same feeling. I have a Hoplomachus and a Triplock playthrough on my channel. And I played through Hoplomachus, I think, one time on the channel so far. There is just something neat about the tactile feel of these components from chip theory games. All right, so that is all of those. Picket has 5 health chips for his starting health. Our day counter's on 1. What else? So we should shuffle the loot and the trove loot real quick. Oops. And I guess these are PVC plastic. Did I just see an upside down card in there? I did. And we'll cut it right there. And into our business card holder. And then the trove loot, just real quick. Now, since I am, you know, brand spanking new to the game, there is going to be a difficulty level that I'm going to play on, which it suggests for new players, which is going to give me a little bit of a bonus to start the game. So if I go to the back of the rules, not the example of play part, here we go. On Adventurer, you get to add 2 to your Gearlock's HP stat before starting day 1. So we'll take a counter, add 2 to the stat, and then anytime your stat goes up, you immediately get the health. So now we're at 7. What else? You gain 1 training point before starting day 1. And if you get knocked out, your locked dice still remain. And I'm going to take their suggestion on the training. First and foremost, it says dexterity to 3. And I believe they gave that suggestion. Seems like a good suggestion anyway, because you have to use dex to move. But I start the game with 3 dice, besides just even these training dice, 1 attack and 2 defense. So this way, at least I get to roll, if I don't move, all 3 of my starting dice just from the base stats. Now, studying Picket's card a little bit, I think I can ignore the orange dice because those seem to be impactful when you're playing in a group. For the consumables, I might go for the jerky because it's healing. But I think I'm going to go for stand ground first because it adds you have the chance of getting a regen, and that stays in your locked area, and that'll be for the entire adventure. And then maybe a purple die or sword advance. I don't know. We'll see. The warden stuff seems cool too, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get there. Not enough time to explore the entire Gearlock, that's for sure, just in 1 playthrough. Now, this is a difficulty 3 on solo out of 4. I think maybe Patches is a 2, but the other ones, there wasn't like a super easy solo in the base game. Super easy solo character in the base game. Got our Gearlock adventuring reference guide, which will be helpful. And is that it for setup? I think so. So on the first day, we're not going to move the counter, but we will just go to our first day card. Only 12 hours till dawn, the send-off ceremony that will no doubt change the lives of every remaining Gearlock, and likely every life in Daylor. Weapons and supplies are ready to go, but the night is young and adrenaline fills the veins. It's clear no sleep will be had tonight. There's sure to be some shady peddlers in dark alleys ready to deal in loot. Then again, some last-minute training could pay a nice dividend by morning. So what to do, what to do? So I've got two peaceful options. One is to squeeze in some last-minute self-improvement for 2 training points, or I could shake down a shady peddler for 1 training point, and then each Gearlock in the party can draw 2 loot and choose 1 to keep. I think I'm going to go for the training points. There's some healing loot, I think. Now, I've watched quite a few YouTube videos of this game, but never have played, and I'm pretty sure I've seen some healing loot in those playthroughs. But what is their advice on continuing to level up? Then add at least 1 stat to hit points. Attack, defense, and dex in that order. Well, we got 2 free hit points from our difficulty level, but facing poison, hit points might be a good thing to get. So you know what I'm going to do hit points. Yeah, and I'm going to go a little bit different. It doesn't really talk about if you should go skills first or stats, but I want this stand ground, so that's die number 1. And I want to try to roll this as early as possible for this locked regen side. So I don't know if this is good or not, but I feel like the earlier I can get this out, the longer I will benefit from having made the choice, right? We also get a progress point, so we're 1 step closer to being eligible to fight Drellin. We don't necessarily have to fight him as soon as we get 6. At least that's my understanding. That could be wrong. All right, so we did the encounter. Now we get to do the recovery phase. I don't have any loot to trade. I have no trove loot to make a lock picking. I don't need to rest. Did I add the 8th health chip? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I did. So I don't have any loot to search for better loot, so I will scout. Let me grab the dice tray. And we will scout. So I rolled a 6. Because I'm solo and I'm still early in the days, I think it's just smart to scout the 1-point baddies, even though I rolled a 6. That's going to be crooked. So we got a dire wolf pup. He's got lashback 1, which I think means if I don't knock it out, he will damage me. That's not the right reference card. Any turn this unit is damaged by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit will deal that number of damage back so long as it was not defeated. Only 1 attack, initiative 3, it's pretty slow. 3 health. I think if I get some shielding up, I might not. Is that true damage? It doesn't say true damage. I think I'm going to leave that there. I don't know. I don't know the game enough to know if that's a good decision or not. Okay, I think we go to day 2. So we move the day counter to 2. Then we draw the next encounter. Hardly out of the gate. 15 steps into the journey. 15 steps! And already a Gearlock boot is struck through by an arrow. Luckily, no toes were killed. Teeth are clenched and a painful tug is made while looking around in embarrassment. Yow! Now sufficiently ticked, it's time to return the favor to the ominous figures at the edge of the woods. A commotion breaks out atop the city wall, interrupting all thoughts. Guards have now spotted the brazen intruders and are notching their arrows. Their help is at the ready. Like it or not, this adventure is underway. So we got a couple of battle options here. Hey, we're going to get some loot. So the top one, hail the guards for help. The battle cue would be baddie points. At the start of each round, arrows from the wall deal 1 true damage to each baddie. Recommended for first-time adventurers. The second one, we get an extra training point. It's time to show Obendar what gear locks are made of. With Obendar watching, you feel an extra shot of adrenaline as you prepare for an unassisted battle. And the battle cue is once again baddie points. After either choice, if the battle is lost, place this encounter back on the top of your encounter deck. So if you lose, you got to do this again. You got to get past this encounter then basically to move on. Well, recommended for first-time adventurers. I guess I'll take their recommendation. I almost want to just try it without their help, but because I like the training point potential. But I think we'll just be fine without it. Now, to start the battle, for baddie points, we have to build the battle queue, right? So we know this guy, he's going to be lane 1, and he's melee. We saw him already, so we'll take the lane 1. He's going to get 3 health points. Oops. He's lane 1. And it's a 3 initiative on the melee. Now we have one more one more point in our baddie queue because we're on day 2 and we're 1 gear lock, so that's 2 points, so 1 point and 1 point. Oh no. I was looking through these chips earlier and I saw the flight and I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like it's going to be fun to fight against. Only 2 health though, but 2 attack. So we've got flight, and I don't think I have to worry about the targeting because I'm playing solo, so that kind of helps a little bit. I can ignore kind of the targeting rules, potentially. But I guess if you play with characters that have like bots and stuff, you'd have to worry about it. All right, so it's gonna start there. And then 5, oh boy. And we have to roll our initiative die. Oof, and I got a 2. That's not great. What are Picket's initiative numbers? I think it's on his card. 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5. So Picket does have an innate shield wall at the start of battle. Picket may roll all his defense dice, the white dice only, and place rolled defense dice in his active slots. But bones cannot be put into his backup plan. So I think we do this now. Okay, we got 2 defense, which is nice. Now those will reduce his available defense dice, I think, because they're in the active slot. They're probably going to get taken away though because our initiative is such garbage compared to these 2 guys. But it's nice to have some defense. I guess I need to be placed out on the board. Anywhere I go... Oh, that's not true. I was going to say I would get attacked by both of them. That's not true though. I think I could go here. This guy goes first, he moves here. Then this one would not be able to get, oh yes it could, 1, 2. So I think it makes sense to go somewhere where I can attack without using my dex. So I will start here next to the wolf pup. And then like I said, not have to use any of my dex to move to go fight him. So then, start of the round, and at the start of each round, the arrows on the wall are going to shoot a health point off of each of them. That's nice. And then I think we just start. So lane 2 is first. He's going to move there and roll his 2 attack dice against me. And we're hoping for some bones. He did not get any bones, so he's just going to take my 2 defense away. And then I believe he takes off. Flight. So it's now up in the air and untargetable. Till the start of this unit's next turn, it cannot be targeted by opposing units. At the start of this unit's turn, and at the end of this unit's turn, place a flight effect die on it. If this effect is already there, remove it. While in flight, this unit is untargetable. Does it still attack me when it's in flight? It doesn't say anything about not attacking. If the effect is already there, remove it. Yeah, so I think he still would attack. He's going to get killed anyway, though, because it's only got 1 hit point left. It doesn't say it can't be damaged. So I'm pretty sure that these guys can still shoot it with their arrows. Anyway, so let's go on to the Lashback Pup, or I'm sorry, the Direwolf Pup with the Lashback ability. 1 attack die. He rolls a damage. And I think it's my turn. I've got a dex of 3. I'm not going to move. My target is going to be the pup. I need to do 2 damage to him. I've only got 1 attack. So I do 1 attack, 1 defense, and I really want to get this thing rolled. Or 1 attack and 2 defense. I'll start like this. 1 attack, 1 defense, and I want my regen. Yes. Hey, this is a good roll. So 2 defense. Got my regen that I can lock in. And I got 1 attack. So Lashback says, any unit that is damaged by an adjacent opposing unit, any turn this unit is damaged by this unit will deal the number of damage back so long as it was not defeated. So it's going to deal 1 damage back to me, which I think will tick this down to 1 because it does not say true damage. It just says a damage. I believe that's the end of the turn. So end of round effects. I don't have any end of round effects. We would go to round 2. But it's the start of a round, so damage and a damage. Because again, for flight, it doesn't say anything about not taking damage. It just says can't be targeted. And this doesn't say anything about targeting or anything. So I think that's still okay. Oh wait, when was my healing supposed to come into play? At the start of your turn, heal hit, okay. So I did not get to heal because I got that after the start of my turn. But that stays there for the entire adventure, especially because I'm playing on easy mode, and when I get knocked out, I don't lose my locked die in easy mode. Okay, so we're going to come back from the battle mat. We lose our active dice. This time there's only 1 active die. And I think that's it. We go to divide the spoils and apply training points. So I did easy mode, so we get a progress point. And we get a training point and a loot. I think I will draw the loot first. I think, can I do this in any order? I don't know. I'm going to draw the loot first. See what I got. Stone Hammer, single use. Add 4 to an action die result during your lockpick attempt. I might be trading that in. So I don't know if I'm even going to be getting Trove Loot to use for a lockpick attempt. And I have a training point. So I think I'm going to go with the suggestion and get an attack die here. My next training point will be a defense die, I'm almost positive. And then maybe before, and then maybe a dex. I don't know. Okay, so we go to the recovery phase. Trade loot with my party. I'm not in a party. Make a lockpick attempt. I don't have anything to lockpick. I'm only down to 1 hit point, so I'm not going to recover. I'm going to discard this loot to look for better loot. So I get to roll, it says 6 attack die, and for every bone that's rolled, I get to draw a loot card and then pick one. I guess the rest are discarded. Makes sense. So far 1. Okay. Is this another lock-picking thing? Oh, jeez. Another lock-picking thing that I can add 2 to a die on a lock-picking attempt, but 2 uses. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll get some Trove Loot, and then it'll be worth it. I think that's the end of the day. So we start the next day, advance that to 3. And we draw the last scripted encounter. Crossing the Cibron. The Cibron River, a glistening vein of trade running the length of Daelor, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options. Tucking the ears and trying to blend in is risky but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery but requires business with the Molnor, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. Okay, another day with 2 peaceful options. The top one, tuck your ears and walk like a commoner. We would get an extra progress point and a training point. Roll a d6 for each gearlock in party. On any 1 through 2 your party is spotted, find the first tyrant encounter in your deck and place it on top. Oh boy, that would mean day 4 is the tyrant encounter no matter what. Shuffle the remaining cards and keep them underneath. Encounter success is achieved no matter the outcome. So even if I roll a 1 or 2, then I get the progress point and the training point. Hire the Molnor. And that's a Trove Loot, right? The purple. I get 1 Trove Loot. Well, that's interesting that I guess I could have kept the Stone Hammer for. The Molnor are surprisingly easy to work with. Not only do they drop us safely on the east bank of the river, under the cover of darkness, they also offer a Trove Loot gift. Maybe our success is good for business. Shuffle the special encounter Molnor traders into your encounter deck. Special encounter. Got these. Haunting the Hunters, the Ebonite Doorway. Yeah, Molnor traders. Do I want Trove Loot? Or do I want an extra? I don't think I want the extra progress point because I want the experience of doing more battles before I get to Drellin. Is that dumb? I want to try the Trove Loot. I want to roll the dice for the lockpicking and stuff and try it out. So we'll take the second option. So before I get my Trove Loot, I'm going to just take the Molnor traders and we'll shuffle it in. Shuffle a special encounter. Yeah, okay. Look away, look away, look away. my amazing shuffling on camera. All right. So we progress point and then trove loot. 3, 3, and 6. Oh boy. I don't know how you're supposed to track this. It's something to do with these dots, I think, right? Like, does that mean that both of them are still locked or open? Let's do it, then it means that they're both locked, I guess. All right, so that's the card. Now we go to the end of the day, trade loot, make a lock picking attempt. Okay. So we take the lock picking dice, and I'm looking for a 3 lever, 3L first. And I got no L's, but what does this one mean? Save +1. Give an action die +1 and do not exhaust it if used on this lock. I didn't even get an L. So I believe I failed right out of the gate. And I can't even add 2 because I did not get an L. That's too bad because this is a good side of this die. Is there only one side like that? No, they're all 2. There's 2 of each side. Well, bummer. Try again tomorrow. I mean, I'm pretty sure I failed because I could not open anything. Oh no, if you fail to open the starting lock of an attempt, you're able to make a second attempt immediately. Hey. So you get a little mulligan if you're on the first lock. That's nice of them. I did get a 1L. I can add 1. Give an action die +1 and do not exhaust it if used on this lock. So, probably not the best use of my stuff, but I'm just trying this stuff out, right? So let's use a prying iron and this on this. So that gives me a 4L. I don't have to exhaust it because of this side of the die. And the first lock is open. So now we're going to go to the 3. You guys can't even see that. This is the back of this card. It was a 3 lever, 3 trip, and 6 force. I can do it up on this one. So I'm using these as like, hey, those 2 were locked. Now there's only 1 that's locked. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. Looking for 3T, and I want to probably save this last use of that thing for the 6F. Hey, I got a 3T right here. Ooh, look at this too. I can +1 and I don't have to exhaust it again. That's good. So the first 2 are open. And I get all my dice again for the 6F. And I probably do need the prying iron. Stone hammer would have been good too. 2F. What does this side mean? Reroll any 1 action die and also the intuition die. So I need a 2F. Who's got a 2F? This one has a 3F and a 1F. This one has a 2F. So we're going to re-roll these 2. That one's out. No, no, no. Where'd you go? 3L. But another re-roll. Roll another re-roll. Do it again. I really need this 3F side. The 1F side's not going to do it. What was on this one? 1, 2F. No. I guess it's the same odds, right? I need What is on this one? There's a 3F. That won't do it either because I haven't rolled an F on the others. 3F. Oh, yes. Hey, +1, I don't have to use my prying iron. I believe this is the 6F that I need to open this last lock. I think I did that correctly. What is it? Exploding Shrooms. Permanently reduces the cost of your backup plan skills and backup plan extensions by 1. Oh, that's amazing. Because now I can do my shield bash with only 1 bone. That feels pretty amazing. Okay, and now I get to do an individual option. I wonder if you can discard loot you've already started using. I don't remember reading anything about that you couldn't do that. I don't know if I know enough for scouting to be worth it. I'm still only down 1 hit point. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to discard this for the search for better loot. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. But for this playthrough, I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, good job. So it doesn't matter because I didn't roll any bones to get any replacements. I think that's the end of day 3. Let's go to day 4 and we'll draw the first encounter card. A dire situation. My desire to sleep is clashing with my fear of being eaten by wolves. These torches only burn for so long. Must stay awake. How? Jolted from my involuntary slumber, my sleeping gear becomes a tornado of chaos as I scramble from under my blanket. A few dying embers flicker weakly in the expiring fire, giving just enough light to see nothing at all. I look up to find some moonlight through the trees, but my view of the night sky is suddenly eclipsed by the evil glow of 2 huge yellow eyes. That would freak me out. As I slowly stand, my stomach turns as I realize I'm only half the beast's size at best. I desperately fumble through my belt for a weapon that's not there, and this dire wolf looks hungry. All right, we've got a couple of battle options, it looks like. I must find my weapon. Battle queue is a 1 point and a 5 point wolf. Cannot use skill dice until after the first 2 rounds of battle. Which is fine, I have no skill dice to roll. These are skill dice, I think, right? So it's either cannot use or can only use. Okay, so I'm assuming that I just search through this stack until I find wolves. There's a direwolf pup for our 1 point. I think I start with the 5 point guys first, actually, though. So Manticore, nope. I'm assuming they go to the back. Goblin something or other. Stone Golem. Goblin Alarmist. Are beasts like always in there? What if there wasn't a 5 point or 1 point wolf? Goblin Alarmist. Griffin Howler. Direwolf. Holy cow. Six health, 4 attack dice. Hello. Initiative 4. Lashback 2. This stuff should be not there. All right, this is initiative 4. And 6 health. 1, 2, 3. Where are the archers when I need them? 3. Initiative 3. Okay, my initiative is a 5. Hey. Is that it for setup of the battle? I think so. No. Round 1. Start of the battle. I get to roll my defense dice. For my shield wall. Okay, I'll get 2. Now, that means I'm not going to be able to roll any defense dice. I'll just be able to roll 2 attack dice because I have no skill dice to roll. I have to start out there somewhere. What is the best thing to do? Take care of the little guy first to limit the number of attacks coming at me. Although he's only got 1 die, the big guy's got 4 dice. I don't think I'm going to survive this. But we shall see. Okay, I get to go first. My defense dice are all active, so I guess I just take 2 attack dice. Perfect thing to roll here would be 1 attack and 1 bone. I ended up getting 2 attack. Oh, I did skip one thing. Start of my turn, I am down 1 health, so I do get a health from my permanent regen. But I lose that health from the lashback from the pup. All right, dire wolf moves there. Oh, come on, bones. Come on, bones. No. 2 off of there. 2 off of there. And then the pup's turn. 1 attack die. Oh no. Okay. This could go quickly. I'm first. I've got a dex of 3. Oh, I get a health back from my permanent regen. Let's go 2 defense and 1 attack. I've only got 3 dex, so. Okay, this is okay. Let's lock a bone in. We'll hold it for now. We'll do the 1 damage that takes care of the pup. And put a defense in there. Now, shield bash, is that anybody? Well, let's see, lashback. Any turn this unit is damaged by an adjacent opponent unit. So I'm pretty sure my shield bash would still count as damage for that. Remove all defense dice and deal that total number of removed defense and damage to the target. So I want to keep my defense. Okay, pup's turn. How about some bones this time, pup? Or this isn't the pup. This is the adult dire wolf. No. 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm KO'd. I think this goes to the back of the stack because this wasn't killed. That goes there. That's his dice. That's my die. These go away. Now, normally I would lose this, but because I'm playing on super newbie stealth cheat mode, I don't get any of these rewards. Okay. So now when I'm KO'd, go to recovery phase. The only individual option that I can choose is to rest and recover. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get my 8 hit points back. And I think that's correct. Start the next day. So we're on day 5. And we just go to the encounter. Ooh, it's the Molnar Traders card. The Molnar are a sticky bunch, always showing up at the most opportune time for them. Despite recovering payment in full and upfront when selling their services, they also show up at random to demand extra coin or loot for no good reason at all. Unfortunately, they have leverage, knowing the importance of keeping this adventure secret from the Ebon. These silly games are tiring. Again, they approach demanding participation in contests clearly stacked in their favor. Whoa. Another challenge. This will waste valuable time. What does that question mark mean? Each Gearlock must compete in their own dangerous darts challenge. Win, the Gearlock may draw 2 loot. Lose, the Gearlock must discard 1 loot if they have one. Shuffle this encounter back into your encounter deck. No more games. This stops now. Maybe too hasty. They look ticked. So do a battle queue of baddie points. So that would be 1 5-point baddie because we're on day 5. I've got 8 hit points. I think I can take 1 baddie, having no knowledge whatsoever of playing this game. Each Gearlock takes damage equal to your party size at the start of battle. So 1 point. I mean, look at all those rewards. A progress point, 2 training points, and a piece of loot. We're going to do that one. I mean, any fight from now on, we're going to have a 5-point baddie anyways, right? Because we're on day 5 and later. So we might as well just get used to fighting 5-point baddies. So we'll do the battle board, and we drew a Griffin Howler. Oh, great. I know what Signal is just from watching other people play. At the start of this unit's turn, add a single lesser baddie to the bottom of the battle queue. This skill triggers once per turn for the number of rounds. So he's only going to do it 1 time. Is that what that means? Also has dive. If the flight effect die is active on this unit at the start of its turn, immediately place this unit adjacent to the weakest available opposing unit and target it. That doesn't really do anything playing solo, and it will have flight. So Signal does at the start of this unit's turn. Add a lesser baddie. All right. It's initiative 5. It's probably really going to go first. So maybe I was a little cocky with this. And it's melee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys starting in the middle, they could just get to my melee character in any of the melee spots I start, because they get to move 2. If I was ranged, I could stay away for a turn. 5, and then me. 2. meaning that the person that this howler brings out is probably going to get to go next. Where should I start? Like I said, maybe I start here. Just if it moves there, then 1, 2. That guy. Just want to use as little dex as possible in movement. But there was another thing. Each gear log takes damage equal to your party size at the start of the battle. So I gotta lose 1. Right? It goes first. And with signal 1, the start of this unit's turn at a single lesser baddie. So 1 point baddie. And it seems to me this skill triggers once per turn for the number of rounds, and it's only 1, so I think it only is going to signal this 1 guy. And it's going to call. No, this doesn't look good. Oh, it's a ranged character. Yeah, great. Mischief 1 and Careless. Mischief 1, remove the number of dice from target's active slots. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to roll my shield wall. So I got 2 defense. Okay. So he's going to be taking dice out of my active slot at the start of his turn. Or when he takes his turn. Or when he targets me. I don't know. When he targets me, probably. Lane 2. Ranged. Also initiative 5. Let's hope he rolls some bones. Or rolls a bone. So what does Careless do? This unit takes true damage. It doesn't have a number, so it's probably 1, I'm guessing. He's ranged, and he would target multiple people, but he doesn't have multiple people to target. Wow, that guy sucks. Isn't that what that means? The 2 little... Doesn't matter. I don't have multiple people on the board. But now the bird actually gets to attack. Whoa, 3 dice. How about some bones, Griffin Howler? I don't know. Is that cocked? I really like this dice tray, but sometimes those dice up against the edge like that do cause a problem. So that's going to take both of these away. And he's going to go up in the air. Now I think it's this guy's turn. He's ranged. There are no dice for him to remove with his mischief. So he's going to roll, and he rolls 1. Oops. I'm just going to keep this here because it's my turn next. I got my permanent regen, so I get my 1 back. Thank you very much. I cannot target that guy. He's flown up into the air. So, is it better to roll some defense? I think I'm going to roll defense and start moving. So 1 dexterity to move and 2 defense to start getting closer to that guy. Okay. I believe that's it. Round 2. The Griffin is first. It dives, so it's going to dive down next to me. Yeah, and target it. Dive down next to me. Flight would come off at the end of the turn. I'm just going to take it off now. I don't think it signals again because it's already done its 1, so it's just going to get its 3 attack dice. Come on, bones. Roll some bones. No. Both in my defense. And 2 additional health. All right. Now the goblin. His mischief has no dice to take away. He's got 1 die. Okay, that's 1. That's my turn. I regen 1. The goblin can hurt himself. I'm going to go 1 defense and 2 attack. What does do-over do? Reroll any number of rolled dice once. Yeah, we'll go after the bird while he's on the ground. So, got a defense and 3 damage. All right, that's the end of the round. Round 3. Bird attacking again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. And takes off. Goblin 1. Oops. My turn. Regen 1. I can't attack the bird. So I guess I move for 1 dex. I'll do 1 attack and 1 defense. Two bones. I don't think that's helpful. But it doesn't really like exhaust any dice or anything. So, because I've only got 2 health left, and with no defense, I'm kind of in trouble. I think. Round 4. The bird will dive down again. That would go away at the end of the turn. And this was probably it. Yeah, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, away, away. These guys will go back to the back of these. There and there. That can come out. Let's just reset this now while I'm looking at it. And this one, if battle is unsuccessful, shuffle this encounter into your encounter deck. Oh, my adventure card's upside down. Oh well. or not adventure card, my blocking card or whatever it's called. So, end of the day, we just have to recover again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Running out of time. Day 6. Draw a new encounter card. The not so ordinary water. At last, a stream of liquid trickles from a crack in the ravine wall. I've been running for what feels like hours with a nasty gash in my side, and the water instantly renews my strength. That was no ordinary merchant camp back there, and I paid for my stupidity before I could flee. This spring is also not so ordinary. A strange yet welcome sensation is present as the water runs through my system. Instinct tells me to wash my wound directly, and instantly the bleeding stops. Maybe I should set up camp and allow this water to do its work. But who else knows about this spring? Have I distanced myself enough from those swindling merchants? Stay here for the day. Battle queue is baddie points. Add a 5-point baddie to the battle queue. Place 5 hit points on your prep area to use as buff HP. Or bottle some water and keep moving. You may keep this card as a loot in your loot area. Place 2 hit points on it to be used as a heal in or outside of battle. I don't want to face 2 5-point baddies plus a 1-point baddie. Doesn't seem like a good idea. So I'm going to take the second option. Maybe try to save that for Drellin. I get a progress point and a training point. I feel like I need to add. I actually feel like I need to add dexterity before I add another defense. Yeah, I think that's good. Five, 6, 7, 8, yep. Okay, that was a welcomely easy encounter. Nothing to lockpick. I don't need to rest and recover. I don't want to search for better loot, so we'll scout. Rolled a 2, so I get to see what's on the 1-point stack. It's a little goblin with mischief 1. 1 attack, 1 defense, 2 hit points. Yeah, we'll just leave this guy. We'll leave that guy. Next day. So we're on day 7. Well, which is a 5-point baddie and 2 1-point baddies. This ramps up quickly. We'll need 2 more progress points though. Okay, so let's draw the next encounter card. Risky payoff. The Ebon, evil as they are, still show a strange cross-species loyalty. Trolls won't hesitate to call for help from an orc, a kobold, or even bog scum. A fight may look winnable, but it's often not worth the risk. Lucky for me, creatures of the Ebon almost always have a price. I wonder if the menacing figure ambling toward me can simply be bribed without something shiny in exchange for safe passage. No, with something shiny. Unfortunately, if he has friends hiding in those bushes, they might be waiting to take a whole lot more than a shiny object. Okay. Stand your ground and fight. Battle queue is baddie points. We've also got a peaceful option. So actually for the battle is at the end of rounds 3 through 5, roll a d6. We might have to add more 1-point baddies. Maybe a peace offering is worth a shot. If you have loot to offer, choose one and place it on the battle mat. Roll a d6. Loot is taken, but baddie is not satisfied. Make encounter choice again. 4 through 6, loot is taken and baddie leaves, no battle today. So I'm going to have, it's day 7, a 5-point baddie and 2 1-point baddies, and then maybe the potential of 3 more 1-point baddies. Oofta. Or I have to give up either my healing, which I kind of want when I'm facing the poison, my exploding shrooms, I think I'm going to give up the exploding shrooms. While that seems nice to be able to do the shield bash, it hasn't really materialized yet, and I would really like to just get some training done here. And this could just cost me my loot, though, if I get a bad roll. And I got a bad roll. So we're going to do the fight anyway. I've only got 3 days left. Oh man, I'd hate to lose this potion. I don't know. I'm going to try it. It's 50-50 shot that I can just get a progress point and 2 training points. Okay, so we lose this. It says this is treated as loot, so I think that's okay to do. All right, so our rewards are our progress and 2 training points. So, what do we want here? I think I want another defense. You know what I didn't do that I completely screwed up? I didn't roll when I took that attack, did I? Oh well. I know I'm supposed to. But I'll just chalk that up to a learning game. Because I was just thinking about going for defense. I was like, oh wait a minute, I'm supposed to roll for that. Do I want? I think I kind of want this purple die that would goes into the locked area, reduces the total damage done to you by that number. No. It's this one here. Prevents number of damage. Treated as defense when active on Picket for shield bash. So it goes in the active area. And for shield shock. Is it much better defense? 1, 2, 3. There's 1 less bone and an extra 2, so it's a better defense die. And I don't have to roll for it. So I might as well take that one versus another defense die, right? Does it exhaust? It doesn't say. It doesn't say if it exhausts after it's used in the active area. Does it have to say it goes back to its skill area after you use it? I'm just wondering if that's like a one-time use thing. I don't know that. I think skill dice usually are exhausted. Just looking through this, I don't see where it says anything here. That's something I'll look up probably after this is over, because if it is exhausted after you use it, and I think most skill dice are, then having another defense is better than that, right? Having a permanent defense from shield form also seems pretty good. Let me try rolling an extra defense here though first. So I roll however many my current is, right? And then if I get bones, I fail. But on defense, you get a second chance. Skills are usable only once per battle unless otherwise noted. Rolling these dice, however, does not mean you must use them. Exhaust each skill dice after its use. Yeah, so it doesn't say that it goes back to its skill slot. So I'm pretty sure that purple one gets used up. So somewhere in here is training. 10, 12, 22. Defense. Defense training attempt requires you to roll your current defense stat. Any bones rolled are rolled once more. If no bones are rolled after the second roll, you are successful. Okay, successful. So I get a extra defense die there. That's one training point. Man, and going against the poison, do I want the shield form? Is poison true damage? Target takes true damage, yes, so defense is not going to help me against that. But if I get a chance to roll the shield form, what the heck? I'm going to do it just because it seems kind of fun. Do I want that or do I want damage? Add number of total damage applied to your target lasts for the entire adventure. So do I want constant defense or constant damage? Let's be aggressive. Let's go for damage. And think optimistically. All right, that's my 2 training. And I've got 5. Okay, so end of the day. Trade loot, nothing to trade. Lockpicking attempt, nothing. We're at full health because we keep getting knocked out. We will scout. 6. I don't need to do a 20 point, so let's scout the 5 point. Mischief 2, Signal 1. This guy really does not want you to have defense die. And 3 attack, 5 health. I don't want that signal, so I'm going to put him to the back. I'm already solo going to be facing the 5 and 3 1s on day 8 if I get a battle. And I think we just go to the next day, day 8. And draw the next encounter. An issue of lung capacity. Okay. 34, 35, 36. How long before I drown in this bog? My ill-advised taunting landed me here, cornered in this soggy cesspool with no one to blame but myself. Thankfully, I remembered that most ebon have an unnatural aversion to water, if you can even call this water. Yet there they sit at the water's edge with all manner of sharp and pointy objects. 42, 43, 44. The opposite bank is too far to swim to, and I abandoned my gear behind a boulder on this side. Maybe I can reach out and grab one of their spears. Interesting. 66, 67, 68. Baddie points. Reduce by 2 the attack stat of the first baddie to enter lane 1. Hey. Increase your attack stat by 1 for this battle. No skill dice can be used the first 2 rounds. Or I can baddie point. I think I want the extra attack. Either way, it's a 5 point and 3 1 points. And the 5 pointer will be in lane 1, so I think we'll do the top. I mean, it doesn't impact the rewards at all. Okay, so we're doing the top one. The 5 pointer will be an owl bear. Inspire 1, Terrify. Okay. Inspire, the next baddie on the initiative meter takes their turn immediately after this unit. Move their initiative die and is granted a number of additional attack die that turn. Inspire 1. That probably makes a difference if there's like a lot of gear locks, so it would move baddies up, but that's probably not going to make that much of a difference, except he's going to get additional attack die. And then Terrify. After this unit is attacked, place a Terrify effect die on the attacking unit until the end of its next turn. If a unit has a Terrify effect die on it at the start of its turn, it may not target any units with the skill Terrify. So I can only attack this thing every other turn, it seems like. All right, so he needs 6 health. So initiative 4. And he only gets 2 attack dice. Okay, so we're going to have this guy in lane 2 with only 2 health. We scouted him out earlier. Initiative 4. And we need 2 more guys. So the next one is a bog frog with poison. Poison 2. It's a melee guy. 4 health. 3 initiative. Okay. And then the next 1 pointer is a goblin rioter with mischief 1. Oh, this guy only does mischief if he rolls a bone. That's nice. 3 health, 1 attack die, initiative 4. Man, if I don't get a good initiative number, I'm in trouble. Actually, wow, I have a 1 in 6 chance of going before these guys, and then most likely I'm going to get a 3 or a 2. All right, we need 3 health. 1, 2, 3. And he's a melee in lane 4. I kind of want to keep that poison bog away from me as long as, or the bog frog away from me as long as possible. Because he's melee. Although I'd like to get up here to attack this guy. I think I'll go here. Do I have to pick my spot before I pick, or before I roll my die? I know there's, here we go, battle setup sequence. Place the baddies, roll. I get to roll my initiative first before I pick a spot. And I got a 2. You're slow, Picket. Speed up, bro. Need to get a smaller shield or something. I get to roll my defense die, though. Dice. All my defense dice for my shield wall. And bones don't count, so I get 2 to put up here. I do get to increase my attack stat by 1 temporarily. Or no, for the entire battle. I just can't use skill dice for the first 2 rounds. So as much as I want to roll this, I can't until round 3. So restart, I guess, and take them in order. Lane 1 first. 1, 2. And he's going to terrify me after he attacks. But he only gets to roll 2 attack dice. Come on, Bones. There go my defense. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And he terrifies me. So until the end of my next turn, wait a minute, how do I attack this guy then if he's always going to go before me? After this unit is attacked, place a Terrify effect die on the attacking unit until the end of its next turn. If a unit has a Terrifying effect die on it at the start of its turn, it may not target any units with skilled Terrify. So I just have to get into fatigue and fatigue it down? What? Because it's always going to go before me. Is that really how that works? That seems awful. And then inspire, the next person in the who's it, what's it, gets to go with an extra die. So that's purple. 2 attack and a defense. So that 2 attack. And then green gets 1 attack die. Oh. This is going quick. This guy, 1, 2. Now I get to go. Dex of 4. I can't use my skill dice, so, and I can't target this guy, so we're going to target that guy. I get an extra attack die. Is it even worth trying to roll a bunch of defense? I could get some bones for a shield bash. I think I'll go 2 and 2 on the goblin. So 2 defense and 2 damage. And that would come off. Round 2. This guy first. 2 attack dice. Takes away my defense. Then purple gets to go immediately with an extra attack die. From the Inspire. Oh, I'm terrified again. 1 and 1. Oh, I forgot to heal myself at the beginning of my turn for this. I should have 1 more hit point. Green gets 1. Oh, come on. Roll some bones, bad guys. This guy, 1, 2. Now my turn, start of my turn. I get a hit point back. This is technically still on me. We still can't target the Terrify guy, so we just go after the Mischief Goblin. I roll 3 defense and 1 attack on him. So defense, defense. And at least we took out 1 guy. Moral victory. That's a 1-pointer, yes. But now I'm about to get poisoned by that guy next turn. If I can survive long enough, then maybe I can get this rolled. So the bird gets 2 against me. That's 3. So fat chance for that. Because his Inspire, the next guy just gets to go right away with an extra attack die. And unless these are both bones, and they're not. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Health, purple, back of the queue. Back of the queue with the owlbear that I don't want to see again. Back of the queue with the bog frog. All right, so that was day 8. So now we don't have we got almost no time left. So we had to recover as our end of the day thing to do. This was not a success. So we go to day 9. Oh, the Molnar Traders again. I have to do the second one because I have to get the progress point. I gotta get the progress point, so then that day 10 is my 1 shot at Drellin. So we have to do the second one. So I take a damage equal to party size, so that's 1 at the start. And so we're gonna have 5, and then we need 4 1-point baddies. Boy, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our queue. We've got a Manticore. Poison 2, Rage 2. What the heck is Rage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ranged. 3. Rage. If this unit is not at full hit points, it gains additional attack dice. Oh. That's nice of it. This is that same goblin bomber dude. Very similar goblin bomber dude that we had before. 1, 2, 3. And he's initiative 5. And ranged. The next one is the Griffin again. This one's melee, not a whole lot of hit points, but it has flight, so can escape. That's backwards. And it's going to go on 5. And then we got a poison bog pole. I haven't seen this one yet. Poison 1, 3 and 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And ranged. A lot of ranged guys. Gonna make me move, huh? And this one is yet to be seen. So let's roll 5. I want to go first. Get to roll my defense dice. I'm going to start over here. Do I want to go first then? I don't want to go first. I want to go after that guy so he can't attack me. Can I set these up however I want since they're all tied? Maybe I'll go like that. I don't know if that's allowed. That's what I'm going to do. Any start of the battle things. I already did the hit point loss. So this guy first, 1, 2, coming towards me. I'm next. I get a health back from my permanent regen. I've got 4 dexterity. Oh, that guy's on flight. Up in the air. I think I'll move there. For 1 dex, I've got 3 dice left. I don't know if I should roll this. I'm not going to. I'm going to go with 2 attack and 1 defense on the bog pole. Two bones and a damage. Do I shield bash it? That would only be for 1. It would still be alive. I don't think I do. I'm going to save up my bones. Purple is ranged. Oh. No. I take that back because it has mischief 1. I'm going to lose my defense anyway. So I might as well do it. When does mischief kick in? Remove number of dice from target's active slots. It does skills, then it rolls dice. Yeah, so it would do its mischief first. Okay, so I'm going to do my shield bash on the bog pole to take another one. So that guy can't take it from me. He gets 1 attack die. Does 1 damage. 2. The bog pull really... The bog pull was a waste of time because this Manticore is just going to keep poison 2. Keep using poison 2 on me. Oh, he doesn't move. Sorry, he's ranged. It doesn't have to move, so it skills. It does, and I'm pretty sure this is how this goes. It puts poison 2. Yeah, that Manticore is pretty deadly. It has no dice though. Huh. I didn't notice that before. So it's just spitting poison, just like the bog pole. Now, poison. Set or reset the poison effect die into target. Target takes true damage equal to the effect die number at the start of its turn. After applying damage, reduce the effect die by 1. It's just going to keep resetting, though, every time the Manticore goes. And the bog pole, I've already got poison 2, so I don't think its poison 1 is going to do anything. So the rage is how it gets its attack dice. Okay, it starts with 0, but it could get 2 if it's damaged, the Manticore. All right. This is a pretty difficult game solo. Bird's turn. 1, 2. 2 attack dice. Boy, 3 damage. I'm about to lose because I will not have enough progress to go face Drellin. It is my turn. I take 2 damage from the poison. I get 1 health back from this, so I'm just going to take 1 from the damage, and that would go down to 1. Oh wait, that's gone. I think I will roll 3 defense. The poison's just going to kill me slowly over time. I'm going to go against the yearling with 3 defense and 1 attack die. No, 2 defense and 2 attack die. So that is taken out, at least. And when does that fill up? In beginning of the round? Baddie Q is on 18. During the battle, you may have baddies. These baddies will not join the battle until there are fewer than 4. In that case, after end of round, the baddies from the top of the BQ will join. So, that was me. Now, purple gets to go. His skill will knock out a defense. And he gets 1 attack die. So that takes out my other defense. Then blue does poison 2. Has no attack because he's not damaged. And then green doesn't do anything. So now this guy comes out. Clay Golem. We haven't seen this guy yet. Break. Any attack dice used to reduce this unit's hit point must be exhausted. So you got to damage him other ways, like my shield bash, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's melee. And initiative 2. Poison 2, regen 1 means I only lose 1. So I really don't think the bog pole is doing anything because this guy's poison 2 is going to go on before his poison 1, and I just have to set it. I don't add to it, right? Set or reset the poison effect die. Do you get another counter for every? I'm not sure how that works. It says set or reset the poison effect die. I've already got a poison effect die. So, what the heck? I'll just move for 1 dex, and then I've got 3 left. The purple guy is going to take my defense die away, so let's just try to take him out. We'll use our 2 attack dice and 1 defense die. And that's not going to do it. All right. Purple guy, mischief 1, he takes this. Come on, roll a bone. I've got 1 hit point left, so the poison's going to kill me anyway. But we'll just play it out. The blue guy, poison 2. The green guy, poison 1. And the yellow guy, 1 move and 1 attack. Okay. That was my last health, and that was day 9. So I'd have to draw another encounter for day 10. Then I wouldn't have enough days to go after Drellin. So basically, I lose. Okay, it is a learning game. I will have to think about what to do differently, and it's possible that with the 3 difficulty on solo, that maybe Picket is just not the right person to try to learn with. I mean, I think all those battles that I lost, they weren't even close. There wasn't even any like chance. It wasn't like I was 1 bad die roll away from winning. Maybe I'll try playing against somebody else, like maybe Molmesh or something, to get a different baddie mix. So we'll see. Do leave me comments down below with any tips, tricks, hints, combinations of gear locks to learn with against in particular tyrants. I'll probably try a couple of games solo, and if it seems like it's just too hard solo to learn, maybe I'll play 2-handed, but that seems like it could be pretty long and a lot to keep track of. So okay, there you go. That's me learning and hopefully not making too many mistakes on Too Many Bones. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying all the series on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.